And welcome everyone to Circle Debate Podcast, episode 98, 98. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the host, Devious One IBC, as I'm here with my familia, the fellow four horsemen. Of course, one is on tour. So, he's here in spirit, and we know that he is here in spirit because if you remind you, once again, you haven't catch him, those are the dates, once again, where you can catch the director himself, Chris Kennedy, around your area. So make sure you look at that. Once again, the host of Devious One IBC here alongside with mi familia. That's right, with my family, because I have this man right here who has 69 reasons and he has 69 answers. And Noah and DDP Japan and AEW, please. There you go. Tony Khan, if you're watching this, there you have it. Noah, DDT.
I should bring this to the show. That way, instead of having to bring different posters, I'll just have this little thing.
Yes, because once again, this individual is
me, just like Bill Watts, Eddie Graham, Vince McMahon, and Vern Gagne.
He is that, and also because he's sick and tired of
Stanford Stooge.
You want to look, and that is, of course, Mr. 69 himself. What is going on, family? Clark Street, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe to them. Of course, Mr. MGC Macallis, ladies and gentlemen.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. And speaking of ahoy, we have this individual right here who lives 1,977,000 miles from Winnipeg, Minnesota, Canada, because he lives by the 5 UNs, ladies and gentlemen. And you'll be getting a shirt soon from Circle Debate on that, because he is the undisputed, the unmatched, the unrivaled, the uncensored, and the unscripted. Ladies and gentlemen, Money, by God, a podcast, the most violent podcaster.
Goodness gracious, look at that.
Lopez. Oh, man, he's getting
I'm hooking up as we speak right here.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. Follows Suplexology, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. Man, let's get into it. But before we get into recapping Dynamite, one thing I know we need to get our thoughts about this, because I know everybody give their 2 cents about this recent tweet that happened last week, and that's from Tony Khan, and which I'll pull. Let me pull up the post that the tweet that he put, and there you go. An independent study has confirmed that much of the staunch anti-AEW online community aren't real individuals. It's a staff running thousands of accounts plus an army of bots to signal boost them. Look closely. These aren't real people. Who paid such wildly expensive thing, right? Well, I don't know who did, man. If they did, I'm pretty sure, they went up to them and they told them,
come with me if you want to live.
I'm pretty sure he told them that. And guess what they were doing? They were doing it.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
They were doing that for sure. I can tell you that.
Mark Boston, Stanford Stooges.
Come on, you think Vince McMahon's gonna have time to put someone to do fucking bots?
Maybe.
No, but this is what he's doing.
We'll make movies.
That's what he's doing. He's making movies. He's making entertainment. He is not. You think he has the time? It's not a bot. There you go. See, we got one right here. Denver Clark Street saying, yeah, Dynamite was a solid show. Hashtag not a bot. Hey, there you go. You have it. Courtesy of Clark Street. If you're not a bot, hashtag not a bot. That's right. But yes, Money Mike Lopez. Cody makes some movies. That's right. Your thoughts on this comments from Tony Khan?
The jig is up, man. Mr. Tony Khan is onto you guys. We're coming after you with everything, Mr. Bots.
And
so yes, we're onto you. We know you're out there. The truth is out there, and yes, be aware. Could it be? Who knows? Maybe some Illuminati stuff going on. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I would not be able to afford anti-AEW bots. For whatever reason, now I want to see that as part of the storyline. Go with it, the bots are taking over, and then it's up to the roster to stop them or something, spice it up a little bit there.
Like they could bring in that one. There's one wrestler who is like a robot in the indies. Like Orange Cassidy had a match against him. They should bring him in. Oh my God, it's the bots.
Is next RoboCop too? Jesus.
Oh, even RoboCop. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, who's getting all these old school vintage, bots? Terminator, the Autobots, Transformers, the Decepticons. Right. I mean, who's getting? But like I said,
kind of shows our age range there, eh? We're dating ourselves with that.
They're rebooting it. They got the Lego versions coming out. So,
but what are your thoughts, Matt Callis, about Tony Khan's comments on Autobotting?
There's definitely, because I've actually been on Twitter and I've actually followed some of the profiles, and they definitely look like, not legit. They don't look like real people. Some of the profiles, some of those Twitter profiles I looked up were just made like a couple of days ago. So a lot of them are new, but it's just who's making them and who's coming. Because there's a lot of people out there that make burner accounts just to troll. So either way, they're not who they say they are.
I just caught. I'm like, well, wait, he raises.
Wink. I will say that in Instagram, I'm more of an Instagram guy. I have seen bots, but it's not necessarily that they're anti AEW. No, it's like, click this link to and they send you somewhere else or whatever. Free sunglasses. Oh yeah, among other stuff. That's what I see on Instagram.
Mixtape advice. Mixtape for advice.
There
stuff
you
like
go. So there's bots, sure, but are they anti AEW though?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, like I said, McMahon is making movies. I don't think he has time for that. I mean, I think there's bots everywhere existed, even here on social media platforms, to our YouTube channel, to how Mike, mentioned Instagram, Twitter as well, Facebook. There's so many. I mean, come on, how are you going to track it down? I mean, it's impossible.
Just the other day, there was a bot comment on my Instagram saying, "I'm too cute to work." I don't get it. It's like, okay, so what? And then, yeah. So. Moving on.
And that's right. And we didn't see we didn't talk about last Friday's Rampage, which it finally became in fruition. Yes. And we said it.
Mike.
Yeah, Optimus Prime is too cute.
He's too cute to work anymore.
Let's see. I thought it was a strange comment, but it just proves that Tony Khan can't take criticism by human or bots. I don't. You know what?
I gotta actually refute that, because there's a clear difference between taking constructive criticism and actually correcting somebody when they're wrong. It's like, you can't take criticism. The orange is orange, bro. The sky is blue, buddy. Like, there's a clear distinction between the two.
But
the thing
is that Khan jumps the gun too quick without analyzing the situation closely. Like he did with Big Swole, how he did all that. Really, you didn't have to do all that. That was not necessary to go ahead and and then say, stay tuned on Rampage or Dynamite. It's like, right away try to brush it off that nothing's going on. He did the same thing with this tweet. Like, but stay tuned on Rampage tonight. This is what's going on. If I were Tony Khan, just shut up and just make movies. There you go. Just do that. Make movies. I mean, we don't want Tony Khan every time, bragging about it. And yes, I'm not defending, you see, I'm not defending AEW. I'm talking from out of my, what I feel, my opinions, ladies and gentlemen. So we're not AEW marks, okay? We're professional wrestling marks.
Are you sure you're not a bot, Mr. Ivan?
I'm a transformer right now. But yes, as I was saying, in regards for last Friday's Rampage, Noah Bart, Wheeler Yuta, the Blackpool Combat Club. Oh man! I knew it when I saw it happen. I was like freaking out, and I was so happy. And the match itself was incredible, fantastic. And then seeing Willie Regal shaking his head, I was so happy about it. I was just like, yes, all we need is Lee Moriarty, damn it. And that's all we need. I wish he had a Garcia, but he's stuck with Jazz. You know, yeah, Jazz.
And all that jazz.
All Jazz. But Matt Callis, are you happy that Wheeler Yuta is now in the Blackpool Combat Club?
You know, I'm gonna call this Campbell's chicken noodle soup because it's good.
We're getting started early with the food there, eh?
Yeah, but that's why I'm just using their. I actually don't like Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I'm just using their catchphrase.
Money Mike.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I still want to be able to kind of piece together what the plan is for Moxley and Danielson, right? They're there, yes. We know what they've accomplished inside of AEW and outside of it, what they can do, but are they a tag team? Are they going to go for the tag titles? Is Jurassic Express in trouble? Because, okay, we have, and I guess in the traditional sense of a stable, you know, you have the young gun, you have the tag team, and then you have the leader or the main eventer. Who's the third man or the fourth man, right? That's what I'm wondering. So, imagine someone like Bray Wyatt or Wyndham Rotunda or, you know, Killer Cross even, you know, or whatever, you know, I can't wait.
Or Chris Kennedy. He's not here.
Is he the fourth man?
Is he the fourth member? Damn it. He is the fourth member. I don't know. That could be true. If you're watching
John Cena. Imagine. Holy crap.
Oh, man. If it is great.
Wow.
It's interesting who will be the fourth man. I hope it's Lee Moriarty. He deserves that push, and I would not mind to have him in that. You need a high flyer in that group. Lee Moriarty can do it. He's great on the ground, too. He's great a technician, but also a great high flyer as well. So I'm looking forward. All right. Now let's get into it here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. We are going to get into AEW Dynamite. What happened as we're going to be recapping the show. What an incredible card here. Look at this. That was last night.
Jam-packed.
It was jam-packed. It was jam-packed. So, Ben, let's start it off, gentlemen, with the opening match. And, of course, we had CM Punk versus Penta Oscuro. Cero Miedo. So, I will take it to Matt Callis. Your thoughts of the match?
I like matches where they have two different chants going, the Cero Miedo and CM Punk. Maybe Cero Miedo Punk would be kind of like if they kind of did the fusion technique and combined into one person like Dragon Ball Z, it'd be Cero Miedo Punk or Penta Punk, you know, if they became one person.
Whoa. I think you stumbled onto something pretty phenomenal there. Cero starts with the letter C. Miedo starts with the M. Punk, maybe this is what it's been all along. Miedo Punk.
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. I was so, you know, it's like a dish I've never had before. That, you know, see, I can't help myself. I'm sorry, guys, with the food. It's a dish you've never had before. And once you taste it, you're like, I think I'm going to order this again when I come back here. So that's kind of what this match was to me. I'm going to order this. I'll order this dish maybe like 10 more times before I get sick of it. You know, CM Punk and Penta Oscuro, you know, let's get a 1 hour, these two. I know they could make magic happen. Especially the pile driver. My God. I wish Penta got the package pile driver on Punk. That would have been cool.
Oh man, hell yeah. Money Mike.
I can't unsee it. I can't. Forever now, as long as I watch wrestling and CM Punk is around, CM will stand for Cero Miedo. To me, I just can't unsee that now. And
CM Punk in AAA. That should be maybe he should be like the instead of when they can't get Pac. I think I wouldn't mind him being the third guy with those two. That'd be interesting. Luchador Punk in AAA.
oh yes, he did have a mask for for a little bit there with
Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society. Yeah,
Yes.
that thing right there.
When he
Yeah.
lost his hair, and then he was trying to cover it up, is that he has,
So bring that back. I'm sure he has a
know.
I enjoyed this match. Scary though, because the botch of what happened with Punk. It was a botch. It wasn't purpose. That was a scary moment, with his knee. I was like, oh shit. I hope he's okay. And good thing that, and I know, I'm pretty sure that Penta himself was honored and had the privilege to fight someone that he probably seen as he was growing up, CM Punk. And this is what I'm loving right now. And I know that he's doing this the fact that because he's trying to get those wins, because we've been saying it here for the last couple episodes previously, he will be the next challenger for Adam Hangman Page for Double or Nothing. He's building up those wins. And I know you're excited because you're going to be there.
Yes. I can't wait.
Yes. You're going to be excited. But I'll be there in the aftermath. But still, I think that's where, like I keep saying, just the direction to go into. This match was great, solid. It could have been a little bit better. But also, what really intrigued me that CM Punk was trying to show his little high-flying little, moves here. Like, okay, I see you. I see what you're doing.
I see you, baby.
I see you, baby. I see you high-flying. All right. I'll get into the segment later on throughout the match, but I want to get into the second match. And that is, of course, Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon.
They should actually just get a Misfit song now. I like that song, but they got a Misfit song. Dang, that'd be sick.
That sounds just like Danzig, is it?
It's actually
no, it's not Danzig.
It's not Danzig, but it sounds like him. The song that they're using.
Yes. All I can say is, for me, for this tag match was pretty solid as well, too. Wasn't bad. Another couple botches here and there. Was a couple botches in the first two matches. Especially the one when Jungle Boy, flew on Bobby Fish, and Fish didn't even see it coming. It just hit him.
Yeah.
That was kind of scary. Scary moment there. And then, of course, with the finishing move, that was also scary as well. Jurassic Express finisher, because it looked like if the whole weight of Bobby Fish landed on Jungle Boy's leg, like his knee, I'm like, oh crap! Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. And good thing, the match was great. And then after that, we did get to see the beatdown they gave to Red Dragon to Jurassic Express, and then we see FTR coming out. And what are we seeing here, man? Are we gonna see Triple Crown? FTR? Oh, can we see that? Or we're gonna see a
First in history.
Man, I'll take it to you, Money Mike. Thoughts about the match and this FTR moment?
Yes, my goodness. I like history. Just like how in Circle Debate we make history all the time. It's, FTR is making history. And wow, how awesome would it be? And again, and selfishly, I wish this match or this event could happen at Double or Nothing, where they get the Triple Crown and all that stuff. And, that would be such a cool thing as a fan to see, FTR has gone on to be one of the best tag teams in the modern era right now. And you wouldn't, I don't know, the gimmick is not, they don't have to do flashy stuff, they don't have to rap, they don't have to do this or that. They are who they are. And up until recently, I barely found out what their respective names are, but I will say those guys can go in the ring for sure, and they've earned my respect a while ago for sure.
You know what you just said, Mike? You just gave a prediction that could happen at Double or Nothing. What about if they do the 3-way for the tag team titles?
I was about to say, yeah.
All 3 belts. Winner takes all.
Give me what I want.
Oh, we're gonna get that, damn it. Oh, we're gonna get that.
Wow.
You know, that's actually what they did at Supercard G1 Supercard in New York City, because it was it was Villain Enterprises, the Briscoes, Los Ingobernables. I forgot what the fourth. I forgot what the fourth one was. The fourth team. Oh yeah, Guerrillas of Destiny, and they had a 4-way winner take all match for the IWGP and Ring of Honor tag titles. So they might kind of do a little bit of the same thing. Yeah, winner take all, AAA, Ring of Honor, and AEW. We got New Gods Pro Wrestling, and they're not just doing wrestling; they're
of course.
They're making history.
making history.
But give us your thought, mechanics of the match too. What were your thoughts about that match?
The one of the main things is I like the differences in styles, because I would say Red Dragon's a very ground focused, like more kicks and punches. Like it's not even throws or high flying. It's mainly like martial arts. They're MMA guys, MMA and submission. You could think of them as almost like the strong style team, with their history with Ring of Honor and everything. So I know they definitely made Jurassic Express look amazing, look like $1 billion. So anytime you want to make some newer teams look good, definitely give them a call.
Oh man, definitely. And this match, and I want to get to this segment because I am really excited to see this match. And I think we're going to get Mr. 6ix9ine his main thoughts, because you're familiar with these 2 individuals. And that is, of course, when Tony Schiavone was speaking, was Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm, which is now announced that they'll be facing in the Owen Hart tournament. You got, of course, Jamie Hayter from the UK, and you got, of course, Tony Storm from New Zealand. I'm really excited because both of these individuals work in Stardom. They both, are familiar with, with Japan and here around the States and Europe as well. And I need you to acknowledge us. We acknowledge you, Matt Callis. Have they ever faced before? Because I've been trying to research it, or they never faced each other before.
I think Tony left by the time Jamie came into the picture, unless I'm mistaken. Because Jamie had a very different look in Stardom. Like when I first saw her, I'm like, that's not her. She doesn't have because Jamie used to have like half like blonde, like kind of the color she has now, but half of her hair was that color. And then, she was at the time, I think Jamie was actually like the tallest girl there, at least like the biggest in terms of like muscle and height in Stardom, and she would face like, Mayu Iwatani is the Tanahashi of the promotion, definitely way skinnier, but still, Mayu was able to prevail against Jamie. And then Mayu's faced Tony too. So they have one common opponent, and that's Mayu Iwatani. So the Bucks have a picture with Mayu, and they should just give her a call. Maybe you'll see Mayu sitting in the audience while their match is going on. Like, my God, that's former Women of Honor champion Mayu Iwatani and former Stardom champion, and she's just like in the front row watching her 2 former foes, Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter in Stardom. So Mayu could come in at any time. She's like. You could Okada or Tanahashi. She's like the female answer to those two. So her showing up would be kind of like that. It would be a big.
And who do you got though? That's the question. Who would you get on this one?
I have to give it to because Jamie's been around a minute, but like they can't flatten Tony so soon after she comes in. You can't job her out that quickly. She's babyface. They got to give her wins. So I put over Tony, but by the skin of her teeth. But she comes out of this really like injured and bloody, after her match with Jamie, just because of the past history. So it'll be a brutal one, that's for sure. But Tony going over.
Okay. All right, Money Mike. What about your thoughts about this one?
I find it interesting that there is still no overall bracket, right? At least from what I know. And another thing that I found interesting was that there is a match with Dr. Britt Baker in this tournament. She's already in it, or I think it was a qualifying. I'm not sure, but either way, she's not losing that match, so she's in the tournament. And I would go on to say that Tony Storm is going to win the match between her and Hayter, and then maybe something's going to bubble up between the two of them. Maybe even all the way to the finals. Who knows, right? So
Interference.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward for this one, especially that with their credentials they had from Japan and Europe overall. This is going to be very intriguing to see. I'm gonna gamble with you, Matt Callis. I'm gonna go with Hayter on this one. Because I'm confident that Hayter's underrated to me.
She hasn't had that many wins lately, so she might go.
They're not pushing her. I hope they push for this one. So
I feel bad for Tony to have her lose so soon, though, because
I don't think it won't hurt her. It won't hurt her this loss. I mean, because eventually we'll probably see a few down the road between these two. And maybe that they can head that direction in case, let's say, if Hayter doesn't win it, the tournament, the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. But this is the one that I'm really looking forward to seeing, and I hope. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this one. And of course, speaking of excitement, we did get Captain Sean Dean versus MJF. Captain Sean Dean, there you go. Love it.
I love his new look.
Oh man, he looked like Rambo.
He reminds me of Commando Arnold. Right?
Yes. I should have got a picture of that. Bring it back, baby. Bring it back.
We're all about 80s references here.
Hell yeah. It's Throwback Thursday, so 80s references, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys, and if you haven't heard of it, you're on your computer, so you could look it up on Google if you don't know. For our youngins in the crowd, just Google it. You're already on your computer.
And then, of course, we get Warlord, of course, interfering. And I did love how all the security guards were there by the ring. Great way how they set it up. You had Warlord pretty much causing MJF to lose again to Captain Sean Dean on a count out. And what I love about it is how he's like, oh shit, I can't go to the ring. I don't know where to go. Shit. Oh, then you're gonna bribe, the referee. Like, hey, 10, fucking 10. I was it. I was like, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I think the only thing for me is they need to start rushing this storyline. How many weeks away are we, Money Mike and Matt Callis, from Double or Nothing? We're almost there,
I would
right?
say probably like over a month.
Like 6 weeks, right? You were saying?
Yeah, something around there.
I got Public Enemy vibes from the cow. Oh yes, I love it. Yes,
Anthrax should show up, man. If it's Public Enemy, you got to get all 5 members of Anthrax to show up with Captain Sean Dean, and then he could come to the ring to bring the noise. Bring the noise, Death Row, Water Buffalo.
Whatever happened to? By the way, whatever happened to Captain AMPM?
Oh,
thing with Circle Debate. So
he was in the vlog. He was there. You got to watch the vlog. If you haven't seen the New Japan
until the end.
Yeah,
give the people what they want. We want more AMPM.
Okay, I'll ask him if he wants to do more skits. Probably for
one more for the 100th episode. I'm saying it right now.
Oh, okay. I will let him know. I will show him this clip and I will let him know. But yeah, Matt Callis, your thoughts about this so far was MJF and Wardlow and Sean Dean winning over them.
I love that Sean Dean got the win. He's been around a minute and they need to bring him up, and I kind of hope I get to see more of Sean Dean on the main TV show, on TV, on Dynamite and on Rampage, Like I'll say, I think it should always be this balance. We should never We should always have a shortage of baby faces. That way, we'll always want to see new baby faces come in. If we're oversaturated with baby faces, then we'd be kind of looking down on this or whatever. So, Sean Dean, new baby face, want more of it. We got to have a surplus of heels. We have to balance the budget, you guys. This is thugonomics. This is wrestling.
Appetite for life, and I want more.
You want more, right? You want more.
It's interesting because. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
I was just saying we're balancing the budget economically. Wrestling economics.
Thugonomics. What I find interesting is that they're using Captain Sean Dean here. Imagine if it would have been someone like Fuego del Sol, getting those wins over MJF. Man, I think that would have been a more comical choice.
It would be, honestly. But yeah, go ahead, Mike. Take it away. Your thoughts about all this is going on right now.
I love it. Right. Courtesy of Mr. Leo. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool that they're using Captain Sean Dean. I do feel that had this been WWE, MJF would have shown up after the match and just wailed with a chair on the captain there. And kind of buried him that way. But they didn't. And I'm glad that they are not just totally squashing him, he could have taken the loss with MJF and then, let's see.
I'm loving it.
Yes. How did you know I just had McDonald's? Can I just say that the chicken McNuggets, the spicy ones, are just that damn good. So if you haven't tried it, go.
Triple H nuggets.
Yes. Hey, wait a minute.
No, it's so hard. Oh, no, I can't even say that. No.
No, damn good. You said that damn good, though.
That damn good. But yes, anywho, I love it. Great stuff. I'm loving it. Can't wait to see what happens next. And yes, it is definitely time to get physical here.
Physical.
John,
we gotta get physical.
I'm going MJF.
Yes.
I met the guitar player on that song too. So
Marcos Loya?
Andy Timmons, the guitar player on Let's Get Physical.
Oh wait, I keep thinking that's Madonna. Never mind.
Yeah.
But then, and also we have next week, we did see the announcement that will be Wardlow versus the Butcher on Dynamite next week. What I want to know is, how are you guys taking this storyline so far, though, with this? Before you answer the question, very brief, I forgot to mention. Congratulations, Captain Sean Dean. Now you're part of the vlog for Sammy. I saw it. Now you're part of it. You're an official member of the vlog crew. Congratulations. So if you guys haven't seen it, sorry, spoiler alert. Watch it. It was out on Tuesday anyways. You got to watch it. But yes, where is this storyline? Can you compare the storyline? Like, for example, with Batista and Triple H type of style? Or this is really different and very unique? So I'll take it back to you, Money Mike.
I think that it's unique enough to this point already. In Batista versus Triple H, which is, I feel, the closest storyline to compare with this. I feel that, yes, we had the moment, and the thumbs down and this and that. But there wasn't anything like what we're seeing right now, where it's not like Triple H had the contract for Batista under his control, right? We didn't have that, and I think that's a pretty cool factor, X factor in this storyline right now. So overall, I think that, like I mentioned, it's different enough to kind of start doing its own thing now, right? Okay, he's broken away. The intensity is there. He got the camera and was like, all that stuff. But now, okay, I'm tired of seeing the security guards Let this man power bomb some people, please.
Okay. Matt Callis, what are your thoughts? How are you taking this storyline?
So this upcoming match, I really like because it's Wardlow versus another big guy. I like seeing Wardlow against big guys because when you get a big guy who can move fast and do cool things, you don't get that whole boring. Because Kevin Nash said this about him not liking working with big guys. He says it looks like two Abrams tanks just like slamming into each other. But if you got big guys who could do multiple different things and work different styles, like your Keith Lee or your Undertaker, Wardlow definitely has a moveset arsenal. So I think this is going to be a really cool match, and it's actually going to lead up to these next two matches: Wardlow versus Andrade and Wardlow versus Angelico. And I think those are going to be really cool matches. And then we're going to get to see a little bit more of Wardlow's arsenal, like all the tricks he has up his sleeve. Whether he wins or loses, as long as you let Wardlow do a lot of cool stuff, then that's going to be more than star making. We're going to definitely want to see more of him in the main event, before the year is over.
No, definitely.
Absolutely.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. And I think the T should. All right, let's just begin already having Wardlow getting his wins, him going through, which by the looks of it, how you mentioned, man, is like he's going to go through the AFO to get to MJF. By the time it does, I hope that we see Tony Khan bring in a contract. Here you go, pal. Here is the contract. Here you go. You get your own contract now, or he buys out MJF to get Wardlow to have his be on the AEW roster, you could say, and then from there just begin with the storyline. I'm hoping, but we'll see how it leads to heading into Double or Nothing, which I'm looking forward to see. But all right, let's get into Jazz, not Jazz, of course, the Jazz and Jericho Appreciation Society. See, I mean, I have to do it. Can I do it?
Please.
Okay, I need to.
Really?
Yeah, you see, I
Really?
know, really, I know. But before we get into the match, earlier throughout the show, we just see, of course, Jericho showing up in his jet flying, profiling, wheeling, dealing, kissing son of a gun. With, of course, it was Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia. And, of course, we saw Eddie Kingston and Santana Ortiz. Yeah, I told you. I'm going to catch you out of sight. Out of sight, I'm going to catch you. And he did. And we saw, of course, which I don't even know what the fuck their name is. I'm sorry. I don't even know. All I know is 2.0. That's all I know. It's 2.0. I don't get him.
No, I'll just stick with 2.0.
I want to stick with 2.0. So that's right,
Yeah.
Joe from the Ring podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe and follow Joe from the Ring. That's right, because here we go. Frank Joe right there, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you for tuning in. But yes, I don't know what the fuck their name is. I just call them 2.0. That's all I'm gonna call them. And then I'll obviously take away their shoes. Okay, I was looking for that clip, by the way. I was looking for the Friday clip. Oh, you keep your knife, but I'll take away these shoes. If you know what I'm talking about. Of course, we get the match. Of course, with Jazz. Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz. Jericho looks great, man. I'm saying it like in a physical tone. He looks great. He's in great shape. The match was like, okay for me. It wasn't like, oh my God, it was shit. It was great. It was good to see a little redemption from them, but it looks like this is, I'm telling you, I've been saying it, and I've been saying it, and I've been saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Bring me Hernandez and Homicide. Please, Tony Khan, call them one time. A week, 10-day contract with the NBA. One more time. Have them all together to feud with Jazz. Blood and Guts. Or Stadium Stampede. I don't give a shit what it is. Make it happen.
What was it? Like 5-man eliminator. It's not Survivor Series. It's just going to be called 10-man eliminator match or something like that.
That's fine. Whatever they want to call it, they need to make it happen because they're getting their ass whooped. This is twice already, 3 times, I would say. that they're getting their ass whipped. You need to spice it up because I'm finding my heart is closing a little bit. I'm just like, oh man, come on. You're not really making it insightful. I need some spice to it. I need some, some excitement. Just give me some excitement here. Well, back, Callis, take it to you. Your thoughts about the segment and the match.
It's definitely. I wonder if Eddie Kingston should just do face paint. He had a different outfit. He had the shirt on top of his gear. But overall, the odds are against them. They're building them up as baby faces, but I think they really need at least the two other extra guys, whether it's Homicide or Hernandez. Maybe what was this like? If the other one was like LAX for Latin American Exchange, maybe this is like New York LaGuardia Airport or Kennedy Airport 5-some or something like that. I don't know the other airports in New York City. It's like Manhattan Massacre. I don't know. You think
oh crap! I don't want to go to that airport.
Something.
Newark, LaGuardia, and JFK.
Yeah. Is it just called New York Airport? One of them?
For in Jersey.
Airports not to go to. I am not going to
the Massacre Airport.
Fuck that. No. Oh man. Money Mike, your thoughts about this match?
Yeah, it's about time we get some help for Kingston there, eh? The numbers are not on their side. They for as tough and on site and this and that as they can be. 5 is a bigger number than 3. So there's that. And there's obviously 2 other gentlemen that could be a part of this. And the bank account is big enough, Mr. Khan. So, time to write another check there. Mm-hmm. While you're at it, you got 3 and 4 that's on tour. You got 4 guys that are ready to be hired, Mr. Khan. So giving you great ideas for storylines and whatnot. So there you go. Cheap plug there. But anywho, the match itself, we know these guys can deliver a cool match, all of them, all 6 of them. But the story, like Mr. Ivan C said, the storyline is kind of closing the heart a little bit, because we need more people there to help out Kingston. It's been lopsided, very lopsided at this point. So we like symmetry, right? We like symmetry.
We're balancing the economics again. We're balancing the economy, balancing the budget.
Yes, and that's what needs to happen.
Circle of debate. We've been balancing the budget since 2020.
Yeah, very true. We have. Yes, sir. And now this match here, Marina Shafir versus Sky Blue. I feel bad for both of these individuals because the crowd was.
They made them exhausted before it.
Because of course you have to do the beginning match. Everything else. It's unfortunate for them. I wish they could have made it a second match for them, but yeah, man. This match wasn't really fun at all. What did intrigue me though is I like how they're kind of making Shafir like the badass, their type of style of quote unquote and Ronda Rousey type of style, or I would say they're your Masha Slamovich. Or I can't really compare it to anybody else. Marina Shafir, she's her own individual, like their own Shayna Baszler. You could say, of course, they're all together the Force Horsewoman, of course. But I do like that she has improved. But this one was not an improvement to me because there was a lot of botches in this. I was not happy with this match. I wish it could have been better, more of a threat, and I think it would have made sense if Jade was out there, not her being on her phone, looking at it, busting the Bret Hart, turning neck and just looking like, no, none of that. And no, it just, that didn't intrigue me. But the one thing that did intrigue me, though, was the baddie section. And that's when we saw Red Velvet on a baddie section. She's now a heel now. It was about damn time they made her a heel.
I'm in the baddie section too, you guys.
Hey, that's right. Woo, woo, woo. That's right. Back Callis in the patty section.
Long
But
Island.
man, Long Island. That's right.
I've never been there.
But this match was really bleh. I apologize. I'm not here like I'm not being sexist. It's just that this is an unfortunate. But what intrigued me was that we see Red Velvet now being a part of that baddie section and seeing her as a heel. I love it. I cannot wait to see what she brings to the table, her as a heel. So
I kind of, Ivan, I really kind of hope they still introduce her with straight out of your mama's kitchen. I love that part of Red Velvet's intro.
yeah, let's see. This match should have been a squash match for Marina, no more than a minute. It would have been perfect setup for. Yes, it would have been. But my thing is as well is that she should have came out. Jade should have been out on the should have been with her baddie section, and it would have made the anticipation of seeing their match more like intriguing. Okay, now I want to see this. You know, it's you're not really making it seem like it's for to watch, and it sucks. I wish they could have booked this better. That's just how I feel about it. But I'll take it to you, Money Mike. Your thoughts about it?
I'm ready to be in the baddie section, man, for sure. I got my ticket
Yeah, Mike's
ready.
Mike's a baddie as well.
So
We're both
when I go, I'm gonna have my baddie section shirt and sign. Good to go, of course.
Yeah, we're certified baddies.
Yeah. Oh, of course, always. And really, like I it's interesting that they added Red Velvet and who else was there? Kiera Hogan.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, it's cool to see that there's going to be a faction. It seems.
Yeah.
Right with Jade, and these two I think fit her to a T. Really. Oh yes.
Stir it up,
man.
Stir it up, Mike.
Stir.
Keep going.
Of
I'm
course.
helping you out.
Yes.
Keep going.
Until it's prepared, right, Matt? Yes. So nothing but cool things here, except for the match itself. My goodness, I was watching this thing and I was like, man, this place is so quiet. You're not in the library, folks. You are in an arena watching wrestling, and but it kind of goes to show with how stacked this show was, and so much that was going to happen and so much that had happened before it. Yeah, this match, it should have been quick, maybe even on Rampage, maybe, so yeah, it is what it is. And I can already hear people like Cornette saying, oh, well, they're not really building stars because you saw it was quiet as a piss ants or whatever. Yeah, I don't know if that's how he sounds like, but yeah. I can already hear it. People talking about how AEW just cares about their ex-WWE people and stuff, which she's the ex-WWE in a way. So, but anywho, there's that baddie section for life.
There you go. For life. Mr. Baddie Section Callis, take it away.
I know Sky Blue, like the crowd's been hyped on her like ever since she was in Chicago. Maybe she could be like a CM Punk understudy representing Chi-Town, So that's I guess you could build her up as a baby face and a lot of other stuff. She was on TV, Say the downside of the show is limited ring time for women's division. I guess Tony's back to the one women's match format. We can get more on. It's just who you have. I mean, let's not forget Christopher Daniels announced DDT. The DDP promotion now is a full-on partnership with AEW. And like I said at the beginning of the show, they got to bring them over here. There's so much talent, and I guess the door's open with Stardom. We just need them here more often as full-time,
Oh, yeah. And, of course, keep the championship on the line. Don't not forget, that's our part of our family as well. Much respect. Keep up the good. We appreciate you, brother. By the way, off the subject, what was your typology points? I never got it.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Did you?
I'm.
'Cause- 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 'cause-
I'll tell you sometime.
Okay, you didn't do the.
I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man.
I
So,
know.
there's a lot going on. And by the time I remembered, it was too late. So,
and it's all right. And then we have Team Taz versus Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Round of applause, man. I love the fact that we finally get to see the capability of what Hobbs and Ricky Starks are able to do, which we know. I'm more familiar with Starks than with Hobbs, and when it comes to the independent circuit. I was really happy that hometown hero. I got a little emotional for him too because he was up in the.
He was a babyface tonight.
Man, I loved it. But if you saw his pad, he was about to cry, and he never had that feel before, in quite some time being at home, and I'm happy for him.
We love New Orleans here.
Yes. That's right. I do love New Orleans. New Orleans, brother. Yes, hell yeah. But man, I enjoyed it. This match was great for all four of them. Great chemistry for all four of these individuals. I know people were like, "Shit, give me them Keith Lee and Hobbs." I know we're gonna get it. Relax.
Tranquilo.
We're gonna get it. Let's see. My match. Match of the night storyline wise, yes, I agree, Devin. This was a great matchup, a great story, great storytelling in the ring, especially. I did enjoy it a lot, and I can't wait to see more of this. And I just wish that Hobbs and Starks get their push now into title contention, at least into the not a TNT. Tag team, screw it. I don't care. We just need them more out there because they both have a lot of potential.
He's already a champion,
but that does not count.
He's the FTW World Champion.
Damn it, where is it?
What's up with that?
It's not a title. It's not a real title in AEW.
If it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a duck.
It's
like a title, and it's a title. So or belt, right? Cody?
I think I'll actually quote Cornette on this one. It's not really the title; it's those that want to challenge for it that give it the value. The people that challenge for it. So say if Okada showed up tomorrow and challenged for that FTW title. That title just shoots way up in value. It's the quality of those competing for it.
It's a fairy tale world championship does not count. Stop it.
Still real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it. It's still real. Oh man, but impressive victory for Hobbs and Ricky Starks. I can't wait to see what the speed develops more, and I'm hoping. They ended quick, so I want to see these four move on and to bigger and better things in AEW. So I'll take it to you, Matt Callis. Your thoughts of this tag team matchup?
They really I gotta say that Ricky Starks was a 100% babyface in his hometown that night. I was kind of expecting him to win this one because I know Keith won against Hobbs last time. Those two went 1-on-1. So this seems like, I guess, for whatever type of faction or loose babyface confederation Keith Lee is part of, I guess this is their turn to take the L, and Team Taz take the win, especially in Ricky's hometown. So, it seems set up for it. Everybody got to do their stuff more or less. So overall, I'll give it a thumbs up. So
I agree.
There you go. Money Mike, take it away.
Yeah, it was fun, man. From entrances to the in-ring action, the interference from Taz was a bit questionable to me. If I'm going to be nitpicking, right? But of course, he wants his FTW World Champion to look the best that he can, especially in his hometown. So I'm sure he wanted to make sure that he was a winner that night. So overall, it was cool. And Swerve, man, Swerve, that guy is as cool as the breeze. Keith Lee is showing the power. Hobbs too, man. Every time I see Hobbs, more and more, I see more of his charisma coming out. More so than at the very beginning. I feel like now I'm starting to see that he's much more comfortable in the ring and in front of the cameras and stuff like that. And then, of course, the hometown hero, man, to see the emotion. Yes, of course, the world champion.
A fairy tale world champion. It's a fairy tale world champion. It's not a real title. It is not a real title.
Hey, Turtle.
You know what? I think you need to be deleted.
Oh, I'm
delete. I'll say that it's not real. It's not real. And then the title's under your bed, like looking at you. Yeah. It's like the title's high. The FTW title can't hurt you. It's not real. And then it's in the closet at night. Like, I'm coming to get you. The FTW title.
Coming to get ya. But one thing that Money Mike did bring up a good point, though, which I forgot about to mention.
World title.
Besides the world title.
But I digress.
It's fine. But you mentioned Taz, the interference. I wish that didn't happen. Because you kind of took away the momentum from Starks and Hobbs a little bit of that. I mean, but I get it. They're heels, so I get that. But they're in the hometown. I think let them win fairly, like legit, straight. That's what I feel like it should have happened. But I get it that it was a heel and blah blah. But Taz shouldn't have interfered right there. I think he shouldn't have. You kind of took away the momentum from Starks and from Hobbs, especially when you came out. You said EC dub, and I'm like, okay, get it. I'm not hating, I'm not disrespecting Taz. I'm just stating the fact that you're taking away the momentum that Ricky Starks is having in his hometown. So that's just me. I mean, I don't know if you guys feel the same.
I'll say this, that if you're done in the ring, which Taz, as far as I know, is done in the ring, you can't get near it. In my opinion, leave it to those that are there now today. I don't know. That's just my opinion. If you're done, you're done. So I mean, I'm sure he's a full-on Hall of Famer and all that great stuff, but I rather just have it be between those guys and not take their shine away at all. And if anything, they could have gotten away with the whole Swerve and Keith Lee are not really a team sort of thing, and then Team Taz are or have been a cohesive unit for a while. They're more familiar with each other. I feel like they could have gotten away with something like that instead.
Indeed. And now to get into the main event for Dynamite, and that is, of course, Samoa Joe versus Minoru Suzuki for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Hey, all I know is that when I was seeing that, this is how I was. I was just like, that's how I was. I was just like chop after chop after chop after chop after chop after forearm after forearm after forearm after chop. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to do it because this is such good shit. And it was good shit, damn it. It was great. Yes, elbows and forearms. Yes. Hey, you should make a song, elbows and forearms. Oh. See, I'm giving you the idea.
Elbows and forearms right here.
There you go. So I'll take it back to you, Money Mike. Your thoughts of the match. And now Samoa Joe be crowned the new television, Ring of Honor television champion. Your thoughts?
Yes, man. Elbows and forearms and chops and all sorts of chest reddening goodness. I felt it, man. I felt it all the way from the TV screen and whatnot. To see the I've never been chopped ever. so it kind of doesn't make me want to ever be chopped. But yeah, if I ever do get into the ring, yeah, I would probably tell my opponent to, kind of take it easy there with the chops. But regardless, these guys are. This is what they do. These guys are tough. These guys are men's men, and these guys have been through battles, wars. So these guys know what they're doing in there. And I would even be honestly, there was a moment in the match where, and maybe it's just me, I don't know, but this is what I gathered that Samoa Joe was kind of like stopping the chops. Like he was like, okay, that's enough, and he was going for the forearms, but no, Suzuki kept going with the chop after chop after chop, and if you rewatch the match, I'm pretty sure you'll notice it too. But Joe had no choice but to continue chopping after that. It's super intense, and it got the crowd going, and you after an action-packed Dynamite, the crowd has seen it all already, and they're probably tired already. But you get a main event like this, it puts them right back at the edge of their seats, and so these guys know what they're doing, and I enjoyed this match. The ending with this new gentleman. I forgot his name, but he is very tall. Let's see, Satnam Singh Barama. I'm sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, sir. Please don't come after me. Yes, don't come after me, sir, because that guy is a giant. He's like 2 times my height. He's like 2 me's standing on top of each other. That's how tall this man is. And that's not to say I'm 4'4", but whatever. Great stuff. The lights turned off, and I was like, okay, Bray Wyatt, come on. Where is he? But no, it was this guy, and this guy.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
And that's how you were.
Yeah, I was like, who's this guy? But honestly, just seeing how tall this guy was got me, with Khali vibes. But yeah, who knows? Who knows if he can wrestle? We don't know yet.
Matt Callis, your thoughts?
So, like I keep mentioning his name, Minoru Suzuki had a series of matches with Marufuji in Japan. So this is one of my dream matches that I'm hoping to happen. And here's the, chop after chop, like you said, pork chop, the Ring of Honor TV title is now high level. Like I said, it's not really so much the belt, it's those that challenge for it and hold it. It's what you make it stand for. It's the value you add to it, more or less. So it's really, if Samoa Joe is holding that title, that means it's a big deal. And whoever takes that title from Samoa Joe will become a big deal themselves, So that's like the main thing. The match itself, as much as I love these two, there was one moment, and I don't know if it's Minoru Suzuki. I know his style isn't like to throw people around and suplex a lot of people. He's more about like kicks, punch, submission. But he had a hard time picking up. I know it's probably part of the match, but he couldn't pick Samoa Joe up for the Gotch pile driver. But Joe's got to have a defense for it because they got to protect that finisher too. So that's another thing. So Samoa Joe, Suzuki, I'm definitely down to see it again in a cage. 1 hour. This one came out of nowhere. This is like good. Good. But like I said, now that Samoa Joe's here, I'm still waiting for these are the 2 matches I ordered: Samoa Joe versus Marufuji, and then Samoa Joe versus Naito, and then
coming right up.
Samoa Joe versus Kenny Omega. I guess that's like the 3rd combo I'm gonna order from the restaurant of AEW.
Okay. Well, I mean, overall, good job for AEW on the viewership. 977,000 miles. And then, of course, but at the demographics was in the 18-19, we're at 486. So it's fine. I mean, it wasn't much, but remind you that you have the playoffs coming up, especially for the NBA. So a lot of changes are coming, especially for this weekend as well. So we're going to have Rampage. Now let's get into our very brief predictions of coming up this weekend of AEW of Rampage, because it's live tomorrow. And, of course, let me put up the card for everyone here. I have the card here itself, and which will happen tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, which is very odd. But I understand it because of the playoffs coming up, and a lot of these are, sports are about to end. But here is the card. Give me a minute. Let me just get rid of this. And there's the card right there, as we have the Gun Club versus Blackpool Combat Club, Ruby Soho versus Robin Renegade, and, of course, the main event, the Texas Death Match, as we have Hangman Page defending the AEW World Heavyweight Championship versus Adam Cole.
Baby.
Money, Mike Lopez. Your thoughts about these three matches happening on Friday night? And who do you got?
Let's see. So Blackpool obviously is going to take that. Yes, it's going to be. I like that I'm going to see all three of them in the match, right? Let's see. Ruby Soho, I think, is going to win that match. And what I find the most intriguing, and people, at least in the groups that I'm in, are debating whether or not Hangman Adam Page has been a successful champion. If you're the champion, and I've heard this from WWE people or whatever in documentaries, if you're the champion, it's your job to put butts in seats, whether it's in the stadium or arena or in front of their TV screens. It's a weird time slot that they're on, and I feel like Rampage is that show that is seen, as the B show, with the times changing here and there. It doesn't help viewership. But can Hangman pull it off by putting the title on the line? Are people going to want to watch him in a Texas death match against Adam Cole? Is that something that's going to translate into viewership, translate into momentum for Rampage, especially on such a weird night and weird time? We'll see. But a lot of it falls on his shoulders there.
Absolutely. It does. Absolutely. Matt Callis. You're on mute.
Sorry. Dalton Castle versus Jonathan Gresham. All right. Who?
You're on mute.
Oh, well, I said we'll get there, but for Saturday, I just want to get to the Friday one, though, the Rampage one, before we get into Battle of the Belts. So you got the Gun Club versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Ruby Soho, Robin Renegade, and Hangman Page and Adam Cole for the AEW World Title in the Texas Death Match.
It's going to. I'm definitely Adam Page will definitely go over, because to me it's still too soon for that title change. I mean, Adam Cole would make a cool champion, but I really think it's too soon right now. I don't feel like the time has come. I want to see this title change on a pay-per-view, not on Rampage, at least. I don't think the mood doesn't seem right. But I want Ruby Soho to do well. I want Blackpool Combat Club. I'm really hoping that really becomes, rather than tweener, they really become like one of the main. They really become the heel tag team that the Golden Lovers face later on down the line. Definitely know they're going over for this one. If you, once again, it's the power trip situation that I've compared it to. It's that kind of powerhouse former champions tag team. So, and we're going to see a lot more magic from them in the near future. So, there we go.
Absolutely. Now let's get into Saturdays very brief. Saturdays, we have Battle of the Belts. Of course, we have Scorpio Sky defending the TNT Championship versus Sammy Guevara. We do have the Ring of Honor World Champion, Jonathan Gresham, defending the Ring of Honor World title versus Dalton Castle. And, of course, the main event, as we have the AEW World Championship on the line, Thunder Rosa defending against Nyla Rose. So I will take it to you, Matt Callis.
So we're gonna get two title retentions and one change. We need one change because for this one. So Thunder Rosa should retain because she's only had the title for so long and she deserves to hold on to that. Scorpio Sky definitely deserves to hold on to that TNT title as well because he's only had it for a short minute, you know. But Dalton Castle, much love to Jonathan Gresham. He's amazing. But Dalton Castle, for those not familiar with them, it's like a Freddie Mercury themed wrestler. He's so cool. His theme song before was I Want It All by Queen, and now it's Radio Gaga by Queen. And, you know, his gimmick is so flamboyant. I remember he was one of the first people that, Mike's pantomiming Radio Gaga. I love that song.
Radio Gaga. Radio
Goo Internet Yaga. Like it was and that was a song they did at Live Aid. But Dalton Castle, you know, he's somebody that he was one of the first people Cody wanted to face when he got his release from WWE. It was on Cody's like list of wrestlers he wanted to wrestle, you know, within the year. So Dalton's definitely a big deal. Former Ring of Honor champion, you know, so cool. And, you know, having him regularly on Dynamite and on Ring of Honor and on Rampage would be just, it would be awesome. You know, he's a very cool person to have around. Cool heel, you know, unique. He's great on the mic. He takes over the whole room. You know, that's a superstar. Just imagine him and John Morrison. Come on. That's the battle of the rock stars. Maybe a triple threat, him, Jericho, and Morrison. You got the rock star triple threat. Rock star wrestlers.
Absolutely. Very interesting, intriguing. Money Mike.
Yes. Cool stuff here, both Friday and Saturday. I always ask for more, please. And that's exactly what we're getting here. Interesting. You know, you have TNT Championship, Women's Championship, ROH Championship. Who would have thunk it, eh? Let's see. The match I'm most looking forward to is all three of them, really. You know, I'm not too familiar with Gresham or Castle, so I'm looking forward to actually getting to know this new cast of characters from ROH. And along with myself, I'm pretty sure there's other people that do not know these guys or this roster and are going to find out who they are, and great on them that they're able to now go ahead and perform on a bigger stage. So it's a win-win, really. So there's that. Sammy versus Scorpio Sky. I do want Scorpio Sky to win. I do think that if you want everything that Dan Lambert has been saying to be true or to be backed up, then Scorpio Sky has to win. He has to. And with Thunder Rosa and Nyla Rose, yeah, she barely got the title. You know, she needs to build up that list of opponents that she's beaten to, you know, elevate the title and elevate her title reign. So, yeah, I look forward to catching this. I do not expect any title changes. I could be wrong, but I don't expect it. If anything, maybe, but not going to happen. Adam Cole taking the world title on Friday. But that's a long shot. That talk about a curveball, right, Matt?
Oh,
yeah. Oh, I'm throwing it a little late. It's your turn. Wait. Oh, two. Okay, two. Wow. Oh,
I caught it though. I caught it.
It hit my shoulder a little bit, but I got it right here.
Okay. All right. There you go. Cool stuff.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to see if they make any title changes on Friday tomorrow. I'll be shocked if Adam Cole does win. I will be in shock if it does happen, because the way how, I didn't bring up the little, promo what did, for the build-up for tomorrow, what they had before the main event for Minoru and Joe. But just by the looks of it, I'm just like, oh, man, I hope something tells me someone's getting involved here. But I don't know. Something's telling me here. I have no idea yet. Let's just hope that Adam Hangman Page retains and move on so we can start seeing the CM Punk and Adam Hangman Page happening already. That needs to happen already, because this storyline is closing mi corazón. It's already like, okay, Adam. But I'll be shocked. It'll be reopened if he does win. Because I'll be like, what? You just caught us off guard. And how you mentioned, on archives, you got to click on subscribe, archives. You might see a three-way, triple threat. Adam, both Adams and CM Punk may be a double or nothing. You never know. That could be the case. Of course, we'll be so we'll advance to be the qualifying. I am looking forward to see how the Blackpool Combat Club, how the chemistry is going to be between them and the Gun Club. I'm happy that they're getting their push, especially for both Billy Gunn's sons. I'm happy to see them more out there. And you know what? And I'm going to say it right now. I would love to see the Gun Club with the Pinnacle. Replace FTR with the Gun Club. You need young, fresh stars right there. I think they fit. I know that it is odd, but I think they fit because of the charisma they have and the attitude, how they carry themselves. I think it'll fit.
Put some suits on them. That'll be good. Exactly.
And I think it will fit perfectly with MJF and Shawn Spears. I think it'll be perfect for me. I mean, that's, how I feel about it. Definitely. All right. Last topic of the night here before we are gone, ladies and gentlemen, some Lucha Libre news. And, I didn't talk about Saturday. Saturday, there's nothing much. Okay. I forgot to mention about Battle of the Belts. My apologies. It's okay. Scorpio Sky, of course, wanted to win. I think it's going to lead up to Double or Nothing, a mixed intergender tag, between Sammy and Tay versus either Scorpio and Paige Van Sant or Ethan Page, which I'm fine with, or he finds another partner, gets Fuego or Griff Garrison or Captain Sean Dean, now that he's a new member of the blog crew. Fine, I'll be happy with that if that does happen. Nyla, Thunder, I feel bad because this build-up has not been great. I know you got to give Thunder her first title defense against someone very like Nyla. I get it, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to how the crowd reacts to it. Gresham and Dalton Castle. I'm gonna tell you guys are gonna be learning some shit because you got two technicals. One thing does bother me though, and what bothers me is why we have the Ring of Honor announcer announcing the titles correct. Why we don't have Ian Riccaboni from Ring of Honor, the commentator, pretty much calling the match? Why does it have to be AEW? And this is where my concern is with that, is when the hell we're going to get the Ring of Honor television show by itself? When are we getting that? Because right now,
that might be the announcement that Tony Khan's making, because he said
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
That might be the announcement.
I hope so, because people are getting like
impatient,
and what's up, man? You have too many belts on one show. You need to put them on a different show and have their own entity, their own perspective, television, their product on their titles on their show. So I'm hoping that's a big announcement. But that's the one thing that I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, man. You gotta at least let Ian Riccaboni announce these matches. I'm a big fan of Ian Riccaboni, man. And so, I mean, he's a great announcer. I mean, great commentator, excuse me. So I'm hoping he gets a moment to shine. Now let's get into the pro wrestling news. And this question goes to Matt Callis because it happened, I believe, like 48 hours ago, 24 hours ago. Juice Robinson done with New Japan by the end of April and is done with wrestling. Is it a retirement? What's going on here, Matt Callis?
Did he say with wrestling or just New Japan?
He's done with New Japan by the end of it. He's going to be done. He's not going to resign. He doesn't have the urge to wrestle because they ask him, do you want to sign somewhere else? Doesn't really have the urge. Is this a tease of retirement or what's going on here?
Or maybe either CYN maybe got in his ear somehow, because Flip Gordon's over with CYN, so they're being like, let's see if because Juice Robinson, like, he just had the US title, a few times. He's never been in the Intercontinental picture. If I was Juice Robinson, I'd be kind of wondering, when am I going to be in the title picture? When am I going to be the main guy? And since a lot of people don't seem to think of me as the main guy, because during the pandemic, everybody was clapping along with him. He had the Blues Brothers gimmick. The Japanese song was really cool. The dun, 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 like, that shit was cool, and he's now just letting it all go away. So it might be a similar thing to Leo Rush, where he's just kind of just emotionally checked out from it, or he might have an ace up his sleeve and be going to, GCW, CYN, Impact, one of the other, because there's so many others, so there's so many places you could go, so many places you could turn up. I personally would want to see him in CYN, because I want to see what interesting other the alternative to the alternative would be like,
Unless he go with his girlfriend Toni Storm and joins AEW. Unless he goes there and be with the Bash Jacks, your best friends, because
there you go.
You to left. There you go.
Rocky Romero. So.
Or join Chaos. I mean, he is part of Chaos, right?
Like, there was, when I listened to a podcast, they were saying that what's up?
Who? I thought he said a name, a weird name.
Chaos?
Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Juice Robinson. When Kenny Omega left New Japan, on the podcast, on this other podcast, they were saying that Juice Robinson is looked at as possibly the next Kenny Omega, the main gaijin, meaning foreigner in Japan, to become a superstar. So maybe, he could continue his feuds with, Jay White and Kenny Omega over in AEW, because, maybe the US audience is more his thing. Maybe he's not really adjusting to life in Japan as well. So, there's all that, because right now in Japan, it's only clap crowds only. It's only, they're not doing actual voice cheering. So, maybe he misses hearing screaming fans. So we'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely have to see that. What about your thoughts, buddy, Mike?
Well, I'm not too familiar with this Juice Robinson guy. I've heard that name before. I wouldn't doubt it if it seems that he knows people in AEW, so why not head on over? Everybody's going over there anyway, so you get a contract.
You get a contract.
You get a contract.
You get a contract.
Why not?
Definitely. And now, since we did mention it last week about the Rumor Your Window call-ups, we so far saw some debuts. We did record it last Thursday. Obviously, we didn't see the NXT call-ups to the main roster, which has happened. Raquel Gonzalez is now known as Raquel Rodriguez. Ciampa still has his name. We are figuring out what's going to happen with Dakota Kai, L.A. Knight. Let me talk to you, baby. Let's see if he gets called up. Who was supposed to be called up alongside with them? I forgot who else was going to be called up. But the biggest question is for both of you is, obviously who else is next that you are familiar with, but is the name changes necessary? Like for how we had Raquel Gonzalez, go to Rodriguez. I mean, I'm hearing Rumor Your Window, they're going to just call LA Knight just Knight. I am Knight.
No, they're going to call him Nike High Tops or Air. They're going to name him Air Jordans. They're going to name him Chuck. Nah. So.
And they're going to call Dakota Kai just Kai. Or just Dakota Ice. I don't know.
South Dakota.
South Dakota could be, yes. But
South Dakota.
Money Mike, why Why do you do that? Why
Why would you do that?
that?
I don't blame
Please.
me. I didn't
No,
do this.
them.
This is listen, and I've said this before. You know, I don't necessarily sit down and listen to, like, for example, if there's someone telling me a story and, you know, he's kind of older, probably like 70 years or older, I don't know if I would be as entertained from his storytelling as I would someone around my age, right? Or the ideas are different here, and I don't know what's gotten into McMahon that he just likes one named people or just people with one name. I don't get it. You know, maybe by the time I'm his age, I will understand, but I mean, Raquel Rodriguez, I kind of understand that because, you know, like Roman Reigns, they both start with R. Roman Reigns. It's like how Stan Lee called Peter Parker, Sue Storm, Reed Richards, right? Both the first name and the last name start with the same letter. It's kind of a Marvel thing. So I'm guessing probably someone told him there, like, hey, why don't you call her Raquel Rodriguez, right? So there might be that sort of thought into it as far as her, but I would not be surprised if down the line we're just gonna call her Rodriguez or Raquel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't stand it. I can't stand just the one name thing. I don't know. I think it's awful, and I can't wait until that ends. And yes, Tommaso Ciampa will change his name.
It might get so bad it's gonna just be like one syllable, like her. Like, it won't even be Raquel, it'll just be her.
Because you see, McMahon,
We make movies.
that's why, you see, he makes movies.
You know, I think I'm gonna quote Ben Stiller on this one. First it was like Puff Daddy, then it was P Diddy, then it was not, and he said sooner or later it's just gonna be Puff. This Puff. Everybody's just gonna be sounds like, hey, Tommaso Ciampa, or should I say t. Yeah, the champion is t. Vince is like, Vince ain't paying me enough to call you t. It's just the letter T, or just T. He's gonna be T.
Mr. T.
Yeah.
Damn, we're gonna have a lawsuit in our hands.
Maybe that'll be the WrestleMania main event. T
Mr.
versus
T versus T.
Yeah. While drinking tea.
TT.
TTT.
But yeah, what about you, Matt Callis? Is it necessary with these name changes, man? Is it or not?
Hell no.
There you go. That's what I want to see.
Hell no.
Hell no.
That should be a button. There's a hell no.
Oh, I think there is. I wish I had. I'm gonna look for that next week for sure. I'm gonna look for sure next week.
Oh, hell no.
No, hell no. Hell no. No.
Damn.
Right. Oh, damn. See, I knew I forgot something. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to get it next week. And now the picture that explains in 1,000 words, this final one right here, because it was talked about. I haven't seen it, but I want to see it when I have a chance. I've been stuck on those other show watching The Good Doctor. I just got stuck on it. But this explains it all of what we're going to for next year. And I'm talking about this picture. That is right. The Young Rock episode. Yeah, Dwayne. And of course, hey, when are we going to give me a Samoan drop? Oh, no, I can't give you a Samoan drop. Wait till we, it has to happen in a main event, WrestleMania. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? So I'm gonna let call.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Well, I'll tell you who it is, Connor. It is none other than Roman Reigns.
Or Joe. Did they call him Joe there?
That's his real name. His real name is Joe.
Yeah,
but
Joe.
Now they are teasing it already. It's happening. WrestleMania 39. It's gonna happen. You are going to see Roman Reigns and The Rock. This is a tease. So, I mean, Money Mike, do you agree with this? I mean, when you heard about it, I don't know if you saw the show, the episode. I haven't seen it either, but I just saw it, like the clips on social media. Oh, and they introduced who he is. I'm like, oh, shit. Right when they said the WrestleMania. Yep. Go ahead, Money Mike. What are your thoughts about this one?
I did not like that I didn't see this as I was watching the show. I've been watching the show loyally since the beginning, and honestly, I enjoy the show. I think that it's well casted.
Yes.
It's funny. It has a good thing going, and it's on its second season now, and I would not be surprised if it goes on a third. Why? Because it's getting to the greatest part is when he's becoming a wrestler. Man, imagine. Can you just, and I'm just going to sidebar here with talking about the show a little bit. Can you imagine them going behind, what happened with WrestleMania 15 or 17? Like going behind the scenes and telling those stories. The story behind Survivor Series 98, right?
Who are they going to get
first
to play
one title?
I wonder who they're going to get to play Triple H and Stone Cold.
Right.
Like, that's going to be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah,
That will
be so cool to see for sure. Ooh. Yeah, that right there is what I want to see. As far as this, I'm glad that The Rock shows just how small and just this little running around. Give me a Samoa drop, come on. Yeah, just how much of a child the tribal chief really is.
Devin, where's Devin?
It puts it into perspective. It puts it into real perspective, just who the real tribal chief is. I do not see Mr. Reigns with his show on NBC. I don't see him, sure, he gets to parade around with these titles and this and that. Okay, The Rock says, been there, done that. I have my own show on NBC, and this is you right here, just a kid. So I like that. I like that it puts it in the scale of order here of who the real chief is.
Yes, you crazy son of a bitch, you did.
I wish I could take the credit, but no, that was Mr. Dwayne Johnson himself.
No, but Devin, I don't part of Devin's gone, but you rewatch this Devin. Oh man, I cannot wait for that debate. Oh my god.
What debate? There is no debate.
Oh shit.
Who are you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes?
Mike, the sky is blue, isn't it?
Reach for the sky.
That's what they say.
The sky is blue.
Yeah.
Matt Callis, your thoughts?
It's like I remember wrestling my cousins when I was younger. So it's like imagine you growing up and seeing your cousin become like a multi-millionaire and like one of the most famous people on earth. I'd be kind of like, let's see if I could do as well as my cousin can. I know those sibling rivalries, family rivalries, manifesting itself on a world stage. I wish me and my brother could have some kind of song off of some kind. So this is I could identify with this storyline on many levels. I'll drop an open fact on everybody. I'll full disclosure. My brother used to work for Dr. Dre. He was the assistant engineer on the Straight Outta Compton album, and his name is right there in the credits. So when he made it, I was like, I need to go full head first into the industry and see if I could surpass everything he's done. But I can't face my brother at WrestleMania, can I? So
I love it. For me, this fucking picture is worth 1,000 fucking words. I'll tell you that right now. And yes, Vince is making fucking movies. I'm not gonna play it because he is. Come on, like think about it. this all of a sudden comes out, right? And you're gonna tell me I can't wait to you know what? I'll tune into SmackDown just because I want to see that. I want to see what the fuck Roman says. If it's brought up or someone brings it up, and from there it starts. I ain't no little kid, man. All this crap, and then he just starts. Why are you bringing me up, Rock? Where's my commission for it? Where's my money for it? I own the Young Rock. I run. It's gonna come to that point. Mark my word, and I'm gonna say it right now, Money Mike and Mike Callis. We will see The Rock either at SummerSlam or Money in the Bank.
Survivor Series.
Or Survivor Series. He has to show up to one of these pay-per-views just to confront Roman. And then it starts from there. It has to start from there. Because I'll give kudos to Dwayne and Vince. What a way how to build this up. Now you really got us intrigued, or unless you're fooling us. I mean, we never know. I'm just looking forward of seeing how that happens. But should it be for the belt or should it not be for the belt? Nope. So that's the biggest question. So I'll ask you, Money Mike, should it be for the belt or not?
Doesn't need it. It does not need the belt. Absolutely not. What are you going to have? Rock win the Royal Rumble and go on to WrestleMania and challenge him for the title? No, doesn't need the belt. I want someone else to win the Rumble and face with someone else. This could be Rock Hogan again, right? That did not need the title. Did it kind of take the momentum away from Triple H and Jericho that night? Maybe, sure, okay. But at the same time, when you think WrestleMania 18, you think that match. And when you think WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood, down the street from where I'm at, you're going to think Rock versus Roman. It's a given. It's the worst kept secret nowadays. It's going to happen. I will be there, and that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
There you go. That is right. It's a fact
of life.
It's science.
It's science, damn it. Matt Callis.
The sky is blue.
Should it be for the belt? Should it be for the Universal World Heavyweight title, or no belt?
It should be for the everything. Their hair, the wrestling gear, the movie.
Mom.
His lunch with mom and auntie and the trucks. Put everything on the line. Put the bank accounts, put the dogs, put the half the island, the role in Fast and Furious, just all of it. Hobbs and Shaw, what was it? Jungle Cruise, the sequel to Jungle Cruise. So Roman Reigns like, hey, I'm driving. It will be Roman Reigns driving the boat on Jungle Cruise on Disneyland.
Yeah,
I think it should be for. No, who's the head of the table? Have the whole family out there.
All of it.
All of the family out there sitting at ringside watching this match, getting ready to see who is the real tribal chief, who's the real head of the table.
The head of the table.
The great thing is that they can make it a main event because WrestleMania is going to be a 2-nighter. They've already said. So...
Yeah, even they're excited.
Yeah, they're excited for sure. But I absolutely want to see that happening. I want to see. But then the scary part is if you put that head of the tribal on the line, what about if Roman loses though? Then what? Then he's no longer relevant. He is nothing unless they do a feud, have one, make it like part 1, part 2. With no title on the line, just man versus man, mano y mano. Dwayne beats Roman, probably at Rumble or whatever, or any pay-per-view. By Mania rematch, Roman wins. That's what I see what Vince will do.
You know what? You got me thinking, man, and you got me to change my mind. You know what? I'll say this: it has to be for the belt. Just like that. I changed my mind. Why? if it's for the head of the table and if they go and market it as that, Rock can't lose either. He can't lose because he has, dare I say, more on the line. Sure, it's predetermined and this and that, but Rock, for as big as of a name as he's built himself up to be, can't lose that kind of a match. Roman can't lose that kind of a match. But if it's for the title, Rock can lose. Okay, you know what? Okay, there you go. WWE title. There. He'll put it on his shoulder himself. Cool.
And then he'll acknowledge him.
And he'll acknowledge him like, okay, you're the future of WWE. Good job. There. Now he can go back and make multi-million-dollar movies and TV shows and sports leagues, right? Without compromising any of that stuff or his aura of, in like whatever it is that he is. He can go on and do that because take care of WWE for now. I'm gonna go back and do my stuff, right? So there you go.
That makes sense. Yeah. You know what? Now you're putting it that way, it makes more sense. Because I just realized what you just said. You made me change my mind too. Yeah, because that will affect both of them. It will. It will affect whoever loses mainly. Because then you're pretty much you're beneath them, and now you have to acknowledge that person, and you ain't no head of the table. People will be like, no, I want this guy now to be my movie star, or besides being in the ring, And then if we make Roman lose, then he is nothing in WWE. He's no longer relevant. The crowd would just say you're no longer head of the table. Will really just laugh at him. Yeah. So you're right. It doesn't make. I was just picturing, because imagine it could have happened. Like, oh shit, that would be something, right? Putting your ego on the line, basically. That's what it is. Oh, yeah. You're putting your ego on the line. Damn. I can't wait to see. How they go, if they go with it. Let's see. I mean, not what I said, but if they go, how would they book this storyline now that, with this tease that came out on the Young Rock. So I'm looking forward. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are done for this evening here at episode 98. As we're on the road to 100. That is right. We're on the road to 100.
One more.
It's 98. 98. Next week, 2 more.
One more after this
one.
I said one more. Yeah.
And another one.
Another one.
And another one. But also do not forget, as well, as we are sponsoring this event for all the SoCal Pro Wrestling fans that are listening as well, on May 13th. We are already a month away, and that is, of course, PCW Ultra, Friday the 13th, the new beginning, happening on May 13th. Make sure you purchase your tickets. Go to PCW Ultra on their social media platforms. Follow them, subscribe to them as well, and buy your tickets now, because they're selling like hotcakes. LA Park will be there. Of course, Sim Bodie, Nick Wayne, of course, Shane Mercer, Devo Van, Jack Hartwheel, and Ted DiBiase, who will be there as well as a meet and greet. And of course, we're sponsoring this match right here. That's Teoa Leona versus Shane Mercer, which Teoa was in Ring of Honor at Supercard of Honor, and now recently will be signed, was All Elite. So we'll be having him on the show when we're there on May 13th. That is for sure. So I'm looking forward to speaking to him.
May 13th. Don't forget it.
Yes, Friday the 13th. Not forget it, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, once again, just go ahead and just say in Espanol to all of our platform listeners, audio platform listeners, excuse me. Thank you for listening and tuning in here on Circle Debate. Don't forget to subscribe right at the end of the video, right below. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button, bing, bing, bing. Get your weekly episodes coming soon. After the 100, we will be taking out new content coming out that you'll be seeing on a daily basis. And the surprises, I'm not going to say, but you'll be seeing coming very, very, very soon. And of course, para todo nuestro Latinoamérica en español, muchas gracias por escuchar Circo Debate. Le agradecemos todo por el apoyo y el soporte que le ha dado a ustedes y el amor. Y muchas gracias por todo. Suscribiendo a nuestro canal. Si no has suscribido, por favor, váyase al canal de YouTube y pone Circle of Debate si lo estás escuchando en su audio plataforma. Suscribe, ahí está la notificación abajo y la campana para que agarre todas las notificaciones de sus capítulos y más contenido que vamos a tener en ese canal. Te agradecemos mucho y gracias otra vez por todo el amor, el apoyo por Sudamérica, Brasil, Argentina, Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, México, Puerto Rico, Dominicana Republic, todo donde sea, Colombia especialmente. Saludos a Colombia, que todos que nos escuchan, porque sí tenemos muchos que los escuchan de Colombia y Ecuador también. Muchas gracias y por todo el apoyo y sigue continuando siguiendo el Circle Debate. Money Mike Lopez, take it away to all of our European listeners around the world.
Alles unsere Freunde in Deutschland. Ich habt hungert und ich mag eine Speisekarte. Ja, oder du deine hören Sie Circle of Debate YouTube und Spotify. Ja, Nummer 100. Ja, es ist morgen. Danke, alles. Wir lieben alles Sie. Danke, guten Abend. Tschüss.
Choose, ladies and gentlemen. Choose, ladies and gentlemen. And Matt Callis.
Minasan, Circle of Debate. Hitsuzuki Goran Kudasai. Circle of Debate, Moto Ichiban.
That's right. That is
agree.
right. See, I acknowledge you and I agree. Yes, Aistamash, yes. Aistamash, that's right. That's right. But yes, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back next week for 99 to give our thoughts of what occurred this past week of Rampage, weekend coming up for Rampage and Battle of the Belts. And of course, for AEW Dynamite next week. So make sure you tune in. And of course, I am going to let this man right here, because he has the 69 answers, because he is literally our.
Just like Bill Watts, Eddie Graham, Vince McMahon, and Vern Gagne.
He is our Vern Gagne.
I always like how Christian looks so worried in that clip. I don't even remember why.
I know. I need to go watch that full clip. I need to see it. It's just too much. But Matt Callis, let the world know what the hell do we do here on the C to the O to the D.
We don't make podcasts. We make history. それで全部です。
Yeah.